Oh, this is that like Stone Brainy card. The Stone Brain. Well, okay, there's the actual Stone Brain. And they use the Stone Brain on the portal to Phyrexia, but I already have a portal to Phyrexia on the battlefield. So 3 modes for 3 steps ahead, and then we're gonna copy the portal to the Ketramos is actually gonna help out our flagship. So Ketramos will be able to attack. Now we're not worried about anything. Ladies and gentle mages, welcome back to another episode with Man, and today's juicer is going to be Daretti Center, and we are going into best of 1 today. Why am I going into best of 1? I'm usually a best of 3 channel, which no crazy changes or anything like that, but I am going into best of 1 today because I want to focus on a fun deck here with Daretti, Rocketeer, Engineer. Power is equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control, which is going to be a big one, which I'll get to here in a second. But what I like about this is that whenever it enters or attacks, choose target card in your graveyard. You may sacrifice an artifact. When you do, return that card to the chosen card to the battlefield. So basically, we're just trying to reanimate some really cool artifact spells using Daretti, and I think Daretti needs a little bit of love. I don't see him getting any bit of love here. So Valor's Flagship with Aetherdrift, flying, first strike, lifelink. Obviously, if you are watching this Monday, there are rumors that Monstrous Rage is getting banned. I don't know if that's true or not, but until it does, we're going to be using this flagship to have first strike and lifelink, and we're just going to put the mice into their tracks with the beautiful lifelink, and they absolutely just do not want to see this card, which is why we're running it. With the cycling, honestly, doesn't come up a whole lot. I don't really like to cycle this card if you can help it. I typically use it as discard fodder for like the Malcolm. Now, what I like about this deck is Now, it's a little bit hard. I did lose a lot of rank trying to like perfect this. I'm not going to lie to you. I did lose a little bit of rank. I tried to make it is it at the beginning and just like ignoring the white aspect of the flagship. But I was like, you know what? Let's just go for the 4 temporary lockdown nonsense because of the mice thing. Hopefully, Monstrous Rage does get banned and we don't really have to worry about this anymore. But hey, until it does, it's just better as a Jeskai deck. And I think this is a little bit better for your sanity. So there's also Tune Up, which obviously Tune Up is going to be a lot better as well. Return target artifact from your graveyard to the battlefield. So obviously this is a vehicle. It's just going to become a creature immediately if you get the Tune Up, which is great. But most of the time, we're just going to go in for the portal to Phyrexia. I mean, realistically, what's better? Portal to Phyrexia and the flagship is typically all you need. So the thing with Daretti is Daretti needs a leftover artifact. So I do think that it is kind of worth maybe running a Fountainport here. So let's go for a Fountainport. I'm going to probably run this. I don't really know what we can get rid of here. Let's get rid of one of these like random verges. We do have a little bit more blue, so I think the sun one is a little bit better. So the Fountainport is going to allow us to create a treasure token. That could be a little bit good. But that's the reason why I am running Deduce and the Brass's Tunnel Grinder, because we do need that thing, and we also have Chandra as well. Chandra's a nice little card here. Obviously, just creating a vehicle every single turn can be kind of nice here, because Daretti does, again, need that artifact to sacrifice, whereas Tune Up doesn't. So between Daretti and Tune Up, we should be able to get the job done. Everything else is going to be at instant speed, Lightning Helix, and temporary lockdown to keep those damn mices at bay. Mice. So this is what we got here. Like I said, we're going into best of 1 today because best of 3, Ghost Vacuums and just like, oh god, like Leyline of the Voids, and there's Rest in Peace. Oh god, there's a lot of graveyard hate in best of 3. So we're just gonna go into best of 1 today and just have a little bit of fun with Daretti, Rocketeer, Engineer, and that's what we got. So let's go and give a shout out to the Mana Rocks. We do have a brand new Mana Rock today, so thank you so much for Chance Metels. I love the app, the choice of the card name there. So that's the choice. If you do want to become a patron or a channel member, or anything like that, and get onto the wonderful board, let me know. I will gladly put you on the board here, and we'll let you know you had a custom name. So just keep that in mind. Hey, I know it's pretty cool. So the Blood Artist is ready to paint your name in any sort of way. So thank you again for Chance Met Elves. Thank you so much. Feel free to join us in our Discord. I am not in the creator content program, so that is kind of unfortunate. I will not have any sort of early access for you. Is what it is. But if anything changes, I'll gladly keep you afloat. So keep in mind that only you, yes you, can help protect the ether with me. So make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this. Without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Siri, how you doing here? This looks pretty good to me. As long as you have like 1 Surveil land and 1 Verge, you can pretty much find the rest via discard, deducing, or just surveilling, so that's nice. Ill-Timed Explosion's a nice card, but obviously we're gonna say no. Ill-Timed Explosion's especially a pretty nice card because you have obviously the Portal to Phyrexia. Brass's Tunnel Grinder, no problem yet. So obviously, we want to play everything at flash speed, instant speed with flash, if we can, earlier in the game. Maze Mind Tome, sure. Yep, don't think we're in too much trouble here. If I was like suspecting removal of some sort, I definitely would lean towards going in for Deduce. Another land is really, really nice. So now that we have we could just drop down a big fat Brass's Tunnel Grinder here, but I think we're gonna just try and do a little slower. Another Malcolm. That's the nice thing about Malcolm. You can always just discard the other Malcolm if you have Malcolm. So, like, you can run more than one Malcolm. Isn't that cool? So we could do it with the Brass's Tunnel Grinder. Honestly, the Descend stuff is not really a big function of the deck, but it is a nice little thing to kind of have going on. So I'm going to get rid of the Daretti. I think we are just going to ditch everything here. I know it seems a little bit insane, but I do kind of want to see if I can get a tune-up and a combo piece, because as of right now, we really don't have anything. Yeah, nothing in the graveyard here, so. If I had to guess, I don't know yet. I would assume this is like the Ketchermos deck. Yes, okay. Definitely going to be the Ketchermos deck. Get rid of my tune-up, which is fine. I think the temporary lockdown. Do you actually want to go for temporary lockdown? We do get rid of our Malcolm that way, which is obviously unfortunate. It's going to have to be probably a Verge for now, right? Come to think of it, we could definitely get rid of a tap land here, so. Because I want to make sure that we use the Deduce, and then you get the +1 off it. The lockdown, I'm still a little shaky on it, but if they go for double tome, I think it could be worth it, because they're going to accrue a lot of value off these tomes, and they're kind of getting annoying. Got a land. It is worth noting that if our reanimation thing is with Daretti, rather than the tune-up, we do need a leftover artifact, but we do have the Brass's Tunnel Grinder. That's enough land. That's enough land. I think we're good on the land here. Hopefully Malcolm... Come on, no. Elspeth's fine. Okay, so if we have nothing to worry about, if we have nothing that we're going to lose, I think it's pretty obvious. We're just going to drop down a temporary lockdown. Getting a little flooded here, which is obviously unfortunate. Demolition Field shouldn't be too big of a problem. We do want a decent amount of lands, or basic lands, but, you know. Deduce helps a little bit. I mean, I do like the Deduce, especially in times of need, but not feeling too great about this. Perhaps I should kind of run Fountainport. Right now, I'm actually not running any sort of Fountainport, but probably should, especially considering, as I was saying, that Daretti does need a left open artifact. But in this case, let's not ignore it. Okay, there we go. We got the Flagship. Valor's Flagship is actually really, really nice, but I'm just going to go ahead and go for the clue. Lightning Helix. I mean, we could just go for it. I think we'll just go for it. Flying First Strike, Crew 3. Hopefully they don't have a, oh man, what's that card called? Oh, it's a sorcery. 1 black, 1 white, 1 colorless. I think that's really the only way they can deal with it. Obviously, the artifact removal is not really... Is there artifact removal at instant speed? I don't think so. There's exercise. What's it called? Hopefully we don't see it. And they... Well, there it is. Hey, there it is. Legion to Ashes. I guess we'll figure it out the hard way. More land, which is absolutely disgusting. Alright, we're gonna need some serious help here. Tune up? That is, I mean, it's some help, right? I mean, as gross as it is, I'm gonna keep it because, like, how else do we win? You know what I mean? We're gonna have to find a tune-up, and we're gonna have to find a margarita because I don't know how else is gonna work. But pest control, sure. Main deck pest control. Is pest control good versus the pixie decks? Can't think of otherwise why you would do that. I guess there's like Heartfire Hero and stuff like that. So I guess. think it'd be like pretty good in the Pixie deck, so they can't pick up their Hopeless Nightmares, their what the hell? Oh, this is that like Stone Brainy card. Okay. Tune up. Yeah, that's pretty bad, huh? I think at this point, our only like win condition is probably gonna be maybe like hard casting a Portal to Phyrexia, because that would get rid of our tune-ups. Okay. That card is basically like a Stone Brain, but at sorcery speed. Okay. Oh, there we go. I mean, they don't have any creatures, but like, there's like nothing in here. Come to think of it, I mean, we've got a Daretti. Yeah, I think we just slam it down. I didn't think we were going to win via hard casting a Portal to Phyrexia, but I mean, I guess that is the only opportunity we have to win, period. Do not have another Legion to Ashes. That'd be pretty gross. The Stone Brain. Well, okay, there's the actual Stone Brain. And they have the Vendetta and the Stone Brain. Pretty interesting. Okay, so they go for the Portal to Phyrexia. They use the Stone Brain on the Portal to Phyrexia, but I already have a Portal to Phyrexia on the battlefield, so let's go ahead and do this, man. I guess we might as well go for Daretti. I mean, Daretti will have 9 power, which is absolutely hilarious. So the Portal to Phyrexia, Daretti, here we go. More land, because, you know, we never don't have enough land, that's for sure. 3 steps ahead. Okay, 3 steps ahead is actually okay. They can Stone Brain my Portal to Phyrexia in my library, but we already have one. We might even get to copy one, so. Deadly Cover-Up, that's fine-ish. I'm still going to get a little bit of value from the Portal to Phyrexia, because even if they get rid of the, whatchamacallit, we still have a Malcolm, I believe, in the graveyard. Okay. It's our only option, but at least it's something. And No More Lies is a little, like, subpar, honestly. But I think we'll just pass it, because if I keep this mountain, if Malcolm does get off, I do want to discard the mountain. At this point, I think we have got enough lands. Lockdown. You know what? I haven't really seen a creature really worth Lightning Helixing for, so I think I just Lightning Helixing the own Malcolm. Seems a little goofy, but I mean, we will get it back with a portal, and there's nothing else to snag with the portal, so I think this is the right move. Sure. Another Malcolm, okay. See, now I'll let it go. Now we'll let it go so that we can slip in the other Malcolm, but I mean, all things considered, I think we're, like, looking okay. Catchermose, sure. If we can actually get another Portal to Phyrexia somehow with 3 steps ahead, I think that's going to be the way that we can get rid of Catchermose. Obviously, that's a tall tale. It's a tall tale and a tall task. Lockdown. I have another Malcolm, so like whatever. But I also am like debating, because I know the No More Lies is obviously pretty bad. The No More Lies is definitely bad, and then I guess we gave him an extra card. But I feel like the No More Lies may be helpful in a little bit. Okay. Flagship's not bad. Flagship's not terrible. I think we'll keep it. I mean, we can't put it in the graveyard because the Portal to Phyrexia will not grab it that way. And we can just hard cast this as well. So we let this mountain. I guess maybe, This is only, yeah, this is not a... It doesn't work for vehicles is what I'm trying to say here. So let's just get rid of the mountain. We kind of kept this mountain in our hand for this exact scenario with Malcolm. So, you know what? Let's just get rid of the Temporary Lockdown. I don't know. Temporary Lockdown just feels like it's completely useless, and it kind of helps out their Catchermose. I guess I kind of miscounted. So I was thinking we needed this mountain to cast the Flagship so that we could hold up No More Lies, but we have enough land anyway, so alright, never mind. Probably should have taken my time a little bit more, but I digress. It's fine, it's fine. I don't think we really need the temporary lockdown. We knew the Demolition Field was kind of coming. I honestly just forgot that the Brass's Tunnel Grinder was even going to do anything like that, so hey, we got our planes. I honestly didn't know if we had any basics left, but we do. More Demolition Fields. This is a pretty grindy game. Okay, more, man, pretty rough. All right, let's try this out. That's what we need. We need the 3 steps ahead for sure. Bang. Now let's get rid of this pesky mountain. This mountain's been just begging to get discarded for a long time now. But now we're sitting really good here, I think. Maybe not really good, but like pretty good, right? We got 3 steps ahead. We're definitely going to counter the whatever they play. And then we got Portal to Phyrexia. The end. Ooh, I think this may be the end for you, my friend. I mean, we got plenty of mana here, so we could even get cute and go for the No More Lies. Have them pay to kind of like set them back, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it does. So they're going to pay the 3. That kind of like takes away their like draw from the Fountainport or whatever the hell. And now we go ahead and hit them. So definitely doing all 3 modes. 3 modes for 3 steps ahead. And then we're going to copy the Portal to Phyrexia. This would have been so bad. I mean, I don't know how we're still in this, but looking pretty good here. This is going to get rid of the Ketramos. And we're actually going to take their Ketramos with the Portal to Phyrexia. So yeah, we'll get rid of you. Portal to Phyrexia number 2 will go off. We don't even need to reanimate Portal to Phyrexia. We'll just hardcast it. Whatever. We'll copy it. We'll hardcast it. We'll do whatever we got to do. But no cheating. So we grab the Ketramos. Sure. Deduce. But now the Ketramos is actually going to help out our Flagship. So Ketramos will be able to attack, courtesy of our 2 Portal to Phyrexias. And now, look at this. Get lost, and guess what? We have a No More Lies. So maybe that was the move here. Using that No More Lies on the end. I think that actually was a pretty good. Up to 24. Now that our life total matters a whole lot. Another land. Get out of here. I'm going to use it to deduce now. We might as well just use it right now. Just so that we kind of know, are we rocking with a counter spell? Just so we have a little bit more information to gauge off of. Full-time Explosion. I don't think they're really running creatures, right? And if they are, it's Ketramos. So let's just do this and just take the +1. There's a 3 steps ahead. Very, very nice. Yeah, we have so much mana. It's actually ridiculous. So we've got a counter spell here. I guess we'll just keep it for the discard in case that's the move here. But now that we've got a counter spell, are we really that worried? I don't think so. Now we're not worried about anything. Albin V. Unless you are a Roman numeral, then you would be Albin the 5th. Not too bad here. All things okay, I was gonna say, if we were going against mono red, we were looking absolutely devastated, being on the draw with only Surveil lands. Well, there's a non-tap land, so we're looking good here. So say if we have Lightning Helix, I do like the Lightning Helix. I feel like Lightning Helix is very underrepresented in the meta, especially in such a meta that is so aggro heavy. But as long as we have turn 2 where we can play our, you know, things that cost 2, Malcolm, No More Lies, and Lightning Helix, and potentially a Deduce, we're looking pretty good here. I'm gonna let this go. I think you could consider No More Liesing this, just kind of slow them down. But I think we're just gonna go in for Malcolm and then start swinging in, discarding the Portal to Phyrexia, seeing if we can get any of our reanimation stuff. So there's a Flagship, pretty cool. I guess we probably could go in for the Archive before we swing in with Malcolm. Probably makes a little bit more sense, but yeah, probably should have done that, but it is what it is. Another land is a little... I mean, come to think of it, I think we probably just want to like push into one of our reanimation things, either a tune-up or like a Daretti. The No More Lies is getting increasingly worse as the game goes on, which is a little unfortunate. This lumbering world wagon is actually kind of annoying. I mean, the Glimpse the Core, they got a sorcery and a land and an artifact. Okay, so we definitely can just Lightning Helix the Keen Eye Curator, and we don't really have to worry about anything. Because once the Keen Eye Curator becomes a 7/7, like how do we kill it? I guess the Portal to Phyrexia, but like I don't want it to get to that point. I'm assuming they'll just take my cards out of spite, which is, you know, kind of rude, but yeah, they definitely don't, unless they have, I was gonna say, do they have like a Snakeskin Veil or something? I guess they just would have used it. They wouldn't even really use it to make the 7/7. There's a Daretti. Okay, Daretti is actually amazing. A tune-up would be better, but because we don't have, that's the one part about this deck which I do wish it was a little bit more consistent, is we don't have a ton of ways to have like leftover artifacts just kind of like laying around. I guess we're gonna keep the land. So now we actually have like a hard counter. Got a hard counter with 3 steps ahead. We also have Vorin Collects. Okay, thank God we do have this hard counter because the No More Lies is not really getting it done here, so. Definitely take a counter spell here. Oof, that could have been really bad. They probably knew that we are running No More Lies because they have 2 elves and a forest. The World Wagon, hold on, is the crew? I know the crew is like 4 or 5. I mean, they obviously would have crewed it. Crew 4. Okay. Well, I mean, we don't have the leftover artifact for Daretti, unfortunately. Okay. Kind of a weird spot here. We could actually just start making a play to hardcast the Flagship. I can't imagine No More Lies is good anymore. The only question is, do we drop Daretti? Now, you do get the ability whenever he enters or attacks, but I think ultimately we're just going to pass. But it is kind of... I mean, it's a 0/5. But are we realistically going to block the stupid World Wagon? Probably not. I guess we'll just hold still. Okay, that's fine. Because I was probably in, before they go in for combat, we could have gone for Lightning Helix if they would have dropped anything scary anyway. Yeah, definitely becoming a problem. Let's just go in for the Lightning Helix while we can. Onto Mr. Dinosaur. I haven't seen this dinosaur be played in a long time. Ward 2. Buckle my shoe. No, do you really have... Okay, a Smuggler Surprise. I was like saying like a Snakeskin Veil or something like that, but a Smuggler Surprise is going to get the job done the same way. Daretti. I think we're just swinging in here and just trying to hope that we find something that sticks. Ooh, Chandra. Okay. We can rock with the Chandra here. Yeah. Flagship. Actually, you know what? It kind of feels weird. Let's actually pivot. Let's just go for Daretti and let's just get the Portal to Phyrexia out, right? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of the Flagship, but we can actually get the Flagship back with the Chandra next turn. So we're definitely not out of the clear yet. We're out of the clear. Nate, how are you doing here? This is a little scary because I do not have any white sources, but I'm gonna keep it. Why am I gonna keep it? Well, A, I am slightly psychotic, and B, we're gonna find a white source with our Surveillance and our Malcolm. I'm not even worried. So let's see if we are against. So we're not. Oh, there's our first white source, and now we're just not even worried at all, really. Now we're not even worried. Here we go. Heartfire Hero. Wow, they must have drawn it. Or I guess they didn't activate the Verge turn 1. That's the one downside about the mono red versus like Boros or Gruul. Sometimes they do run into the occasional mana issue. And speaking of mana issues, that's exactly what we do not have with our temporary lockdown looming. Brass's Tunnel Grinder. Do we like the Brass's Tunnel Grinder? I mean, I kind of do. If we do this, we just kind of set up the flagship play. I want to keep my tune-up, obviously. So I guess we do this. I want to keep everything else. I mean, it seems a little goofy to do this, but, like, let's have them kind of extend into a, that damn mouse, what's it called? Come to think of it, I think there has been rumors that these mice, or Monstrous Rage or something like that, are going to get banned today, which is actually really crazy. I say that because I think this video, is going to come out Monday. I think Monday is supposed to be the bans. So speaking of Monstrous Rage, it's seemingly going to get banned. I don't know, we'll see. So I am down to 10. You could make the case just to go straight in for the tune-up, but because they already are super duper big on the Heartfire Hero, I don't even really want to risk like a fling. Excuse me. I don't want to risk a fling because that actually would just kill us. So we'll lock down first. We're gonna lose our Malcolm, but that's okay. I think that's probably the best line, and then we can just tune up, and then we get down the flagship, and then with the lifelink we should be okay, but we'll see. Heartfire Hero. Heartfire Hero. Okay. I mean, now with the Lightning Helix, I don't think there's really any worries here. There's absolutely nothing here. This is the best play that we could possibly do. Let's go for the tune-up and just get down the flagship. I do not want the Portal to Phyrexia necessarily. I just want the first strike lifelinker. That's it. If you're going against most decks, Portal to Phyrexia is the best thing, but versus all-out aggro, flagship just puts you at an absolute halt, and obviously tune-up, giving it the immediate creature thing is really, really nice. So unless they have, well, I mean, I guess they could have, what, Sheltered by Ghosts? But then we do have a Lightning Helix, so... If they don't have Sheltered by Ghosts for this flagship, I think the game's probably over. Oh, well, you know what? And yeah, 2... Well, no, I don't think so, right? Even with this, the flagship doesn't have Vigilance, which is kind of gross. I kind of wish the flagship did have Vigilance, which is kind of asking for a lot. But now that we've got 2 Lightning Helix... I think they're just done here, right? Lightning Helix number 1. Lightning Helix number 2. Back up to 16. And now I'm swinging in here. And we're going to go back up to 20. I can't do math. 23. 23. Good luck, Mono Red. Or I guess I can't clutch it. Good luck, Boros mice. Whatever. Yeah, this game's absolutely over. There's no way. If they didn't have a Sheltered by Ghosts... No, it's over. 26 feels pretty good. And now we've got counter spells. Even if they did have a Sheltered by Ghosts, we've got mana up for a counter spell. What are you going to do, Boros? What are you going to do? Oh, well, speaking of enchantments, white enchantments, that is not one. I guess we might as well just 3 steps ahead this thing. I guess it should be a trap, but it's not really going to matter, is it? Murky, hello. How you doing? Let's go and get this on. Fabled Passage. You don't see Fabled Passage pretty much in any deck, honestly. I don't think Fabled Passage is really that necessary in this meta. I do miss the landfall decks, though, a little bit. Don't get me wrong. Like, definitely not with the, what's that crab called? Good God. If you know, you know. The 1-drop crab that had landfall with Fabled Passage. That was the absolute worst thing in history. For some reason, there was just something especially painful about it. Was it Rune Crab or something? I don't remember. Hopefully I don't ever remember, because that gives me some severe PTSD. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and set up for a nice little ill-timed explosion, if they are more creature-centric. Gotta be worried about what we put into the graveyard if we're gonna go in for tiny bones. Wow, okay, so I haven't seen like any sort of crime decks in honestly a long time. I guess I am looking to go sweep the board at this point, so I'll probably go for Deduce instead of Malcolm. Because ill-timed explosion's looking pretty good here. Well, speaking of sweepers, I guess we have temporary lockdown instead. It really does suck to lose out on this clue token, but I think if we can just take the 2-for-1 and just not worry about anything else, I think we just do it. Next turn, we can go in for ill-timed explosion. In case they have like a Shelly or something like that. I don't know, whatever. Just anything big, we can just go for ill-timed explosion. Discard our gigantic portal to Phyrexia, and then go for tune-up. And I think we're looking pretty good here. Oh, okay, we're not looking pretty good here. That's a problem. Ooh. That is a gigantic problem. So here I am, a best of 3 gamer, going into the best of 1 waters, and I run into a main decked Ghost Vacuum. Wow. Alright, so that's a problem. I guess I'm not really worried about the reanimation stuff. Ooh, Marchesa. That's a cool deck though. I mean, I give the opponent props. I might have to steal this and make a crime deck here. I forgot how good they are. But nevertheless, let's go in for our Malcolm. Also for Phyrexia. Let's see if we can maybe hard cast this thing, because this is going to get a little rough with the Ghost Vacuum out here. Lockdown. I don't think we're going to be able to use the tune-up very soon. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ooh, I'm so stupid. I am so stupid. I could have temporarily locked down the vacuum. Okay. Alright. That was a big oopsie. I just got rid of the tune-up. I'm like, oh, we're not gonna use it because of the Ghost Vacuum. And here I could just temporarily lock down the Ghost Vacuum. Alright, it's fine. No problem. Alright, Marchesa, let's see what you got. Another Fable. They're running a lot of Fabled Passage, which is pretty interesting. Oof. Okay. Marchesa's kind of a problem. I mean, for toughness, my little Lightning Helix is not going to be able to touch her. Okay. They are tapped out, but like I said, I don't really have the means. I mean, we can just temporary lockdown. Okay. That's going to be the move, right? Let's not overthink this. Just temporary lockdown. Let's just get rid of this Ghost Vacuum. The portal is in the grave. We have to worry about Marchesa, obviously. We get rid of our own Malcolm as well, but like, I don't know. It's not that bad. We still have no more lies. This deck is definitely interesting, though. I mean, I don't know really how I feel about the Fabled Passages. That feels a little weird. If we go for Deduce, we obviously just have the Daretti. So that's fine, sure. Laughing Jasper Flint. You know what? I think that's fine. Honestly, that's fine. That does not stop the portal to Phyrexia. So let's go for this. Let's go for Deduce. We're going to Deduce and leave a leftover artifact for our lovely Daretti. Daretti, Rocketeer Engineer. Go, my little rocket man. And that Deduce, nobody's really running Deduce now. Oh, they saw it coming a mile away. Daretti for the win.